Welcome to Ask and Learn.
Okay, so we are being told that two runners start a race at the same time and finish in a tie. Prove that at some point during the race they have the same speed. And we're told to consider f of t is equal to g of t minus h of t, where g and h are the position functions of the two runners. So we're going to create some notation. So we're going to let t naught be the initial starting point. So the initial time. So this is the starting time, and then we're going to let t1 equals the final time. And since they are running in a race, you can assume that the graphs are continuous and differentiable because you don't suddenly change. You don't have discrete points. It has to be continuous in a race. So we can assume continuity and differentiability, which then allows us to apply the mean value theorem for the two. So continuity and differentiability, sorry about the differential. So then if we let f of t equal g of t minus h of t, we also can assume that f prime of t is equal to g prime of t minus h prime of t. And since we are in the interval t0 to t1, we can apply the mean value theorem here. I'm going to do this on the next page so I can have more space. So we can write the g prime of t minus h prime of t is equal to the mean value theorem of g of t1 minus g of t naught over t1 minus t naught. I'm going to bring this over. And then minus the same thing for h. So h of t1 minus h of t naught over t of 1 minus t naught. And now if you recall, we're told that two runners start at the same time and finish in a tie. So that means we can assume that the initial speed starting point is the we can assume that the initial starting conditions is the same as the second runner, and so are the final starting points. And if that's true, that means this whole function is equal to 0. And so what that means is that at some point, there's a point where both of them have the exact same speed. And so by letting the average slope of the two equal each other, we have proven basically that at some point, we don't know what point, but during some point at time t, during the race, they have the same speed because we know that the average slope is equal to 0.